This video is for all those kids out there, or young adults or older adults, who grew up without a father like me and had to celebrate Father's Day without one every single year. Welcome to the Queen Diaries, impacting your life through my life in hopes to feel more connected with one another. So, most of you either have like husbands now, or you do have brothers, so you do have to celebrate it. For me, it's a big thing in church. Like Mother's Day is a really big thing. And today, well, not today, yesterday, Sunday, because it's really late here, I found myself just not really being all so happy when they were like doing the celebration. I was just like, oh yay, awesomeness. But I wasn't like the happiest, and I was surprised because I didn't think I thought I was like over it. I thought I was like done over it. But I've come to the realization that something like that is not something you can just be over. It's a process and a growth that you just have to go on to the next stage. And I'm at the stage of I need answers. And we're all at different stages. Either you just find out, because I found out that my dad didn't want me at like an early age. This was like after I was born. So a lot of people, like, your dad either left or just was never in your life, and you just don't understand why. This will be a short video. I just want to let you know it is not your fault. His decision for not wanting to be in your life or a part of your life, it is not because of you. It is not your fault, and you did absolutely nothing wrong to deserve this. The way I see it is God took a spirit from heaven, put it in a vessel, our body, give it a soul, and put us in a situation, a family. And whatever decisions everyone else made around us, sometimes we had no control over. And it's an unfortunate thing, but it helped me kind of understand, like, okay, because I went through this phase of, why God? Why? Why couldn't he, like, I truly didn't understand, and I truly just was filled with anger, not towards anyone, but just the fact that I didn't understand, like, why, what did I do, and why did he not want me? And like, okay, I have to be perfect. And that's what this whole, like, I have to be perfect so my mom don't leave me too. And, whew. And of course I was younger when I thought that. Like, I don't think that now. She can't leave me. But, I went through that. And I don't know if you're going through it now. I don't know if you also can identify with that. But it is not your fault. His decision of not wanting to be in your life, you did nothing wrong. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror too, guys, so if my eye is not looking straight at the camera, sorry about that. But that was one thing I had to go through and had to like process and believe it. Next was, for me, I like to understand people reasoning. So some people don't care about the reason why. I do. So I would like to know why. And I started on this journey of understanding, like, okay, was it the environment? Was it the fact that you were too busy? Was it you were not ready? And as I was going through that, I kind of understood, I kind of didn't, because like because of reasons that I'm not gonna like really say, but I just didn't understand at the time. But I understand the reasoning. I just didn't quite. It was just one of those things where it's like, but it was not that serious, you know? So for me, it was not that he just wanted to abort me. It was after the fact that I was conceived, he still didn't want me. So I still went through that rejection stage where it was like reject. And I went through the whole stage of, okay, God, well, what's the point of me being in this world? What's the point of me being here? Like, let me just go back up in the womb. And I was like, well, I really can't do that either, so you're stuck with me. And I like to make like humor out of it, but because it helps me. But it was really rough. After I went through the stage of understanding that I did absolutely nothing wrong, and I try to understand, it like brought me back again to like that hate, like, okay, well, I don't really understand. And now I'm at the point where I was 18, about to go to college. Well, before I turned 18, about to go to college, and I was told, that's when he started calling. And my mom wanted me to forgive. And I'm like, what? For what? You want me to what? You want me to pretend like he didn't want me? And pretend like, oh, like, what? Really? Nah. And it was like the hardest thing to do. Like, every single time he called, I did not want to talk. And she was like, talk to him. I was like, no. And she was like, you can, you have to forgive him, not for him, but for you. I was like, I understand that. But like, let me marinate this. I am almost 18, and he's not been in my life. And now I'm supposed to just forgive just because I'm a good Christian? I don't know. Like, it wasn't easy. It was not easy because, like I said, I stood and understood. And I don't blame myself, but I just didn't get it. I just didn't. And I had to seriously sit there and like talk to myself. I love talking to myself. It's so healthy for you guys. But I had to sit there and talk to myself and God, of course. I was just like, okay, so guess what, Jesus? Mom wants me to forgive this man. Because that's legit how I talk to God. And he was like, well, yeah, you're supposed to. Like, I was like, but do you not did you forget the environment you put me in when I was born? He was like, no, I didn't. And I was like, okay, so I need time, okay? And I took that time to really think like, okay, so he didn't want me. That's fine. I want me. I did not think I was gonna cry. So sorry. But the process went into the whole like me asking like, okay, so what am I gonna do now? I can forgive. Like, to me, it's not that hard to forgive. To get over it, that's the part, Forgiveness to me is easy, but to get over it and to just like move on, that's the hardest part. So I had to think like, okay, so am I gonna let this man control my life, make me tear up, angry? No, I'm not. Am I gonna allow him to ruin my relationships with other men? No, I'm not. Am I gonna keep that label of fatherless because he didn't want me? No, because I have a heavenly Father. So it was tough, but I had to get through it. And I'm still like, when I think about it right now and talking about it, it still chokes me because it goes back to that whole like, he's the one who's missing out. Like, he's the one who's missing out. Like, I'm a damn good person. And you can understand some reasoning, but if someone chooses not to be in your life, no matter who they are, don't let their choice of not wanting to be in your life affect you. And it is hard because like, this is your father, like a big part of your life, but at the same time, it is what it is. And you just have to make that decision that I'm gonna forgive you, not for you, but for me. But I'm gonna start that process of getting over it and being a better person because of it, and not letting it control my life, and being able to talk about it without crying. Before I end, I just want to say, well, two things. One, my mom is such a blessing. Because out of everything that happened, she never once made me feel that I needed to hate him. She never once said anything negative to make me like hate him. Like, I'm a split image of my father. Like, legit, everything like is crazy, but there's no deny on who my father is. But she never once like made me hate him. And because she showed me that she could be able to talk to him and not have attitude in her voice or hatred or like, well, you wasn't there for these past years, made me see that, oh wow, you can forgive and like you can be hurt, forgive and have peace, and see that it's not your loss, it's their loss. And that pushed me to want to be in that place. And it's not easy because I'm the child who had to grow up with it or without it, but it made it so much better, and that I'm so grateful for. And I just want to end on this. Whatever parent that choose not to be in your life, it is not your fault. No matter how much your mind is telling you something's wrong with you, nothing is. You have a you have a heavenly Father, whether you believe it or not, okay? It is not your fault. You have a heavenly Father, and you must learn to forgive and use the situation you were put in, the circumstances, no matter how bad it is. Use it to your advantage. Use it as your story, and how it affects you and make you at the end, whether you become a bitter person or angry or full of unforgiveness, it is up to you. No one else can make that decision for you. Don't let someone else's decision negatively impact your life, because it is not fun. It is not worth it. Hope you guys like this video, and leave me a comment below, okay? Again, happy belated Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers out there who's doing the right thing, and to the mothers who are doing both jobs. Bye.